And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. It's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll set up a throw, and that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10.
Detroit! Leopard! Gun!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Nelson Aguilar, 82 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just, and oh, it's blocked. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you got to at least for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got some space here. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The first carry down for Rex Burkhead. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
He'll start out on the ground with a J. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Lawrence Guy able to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Detroit! 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 Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Derek Rivers, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. They'll come up now with the clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. They pitch it out to Cook. Oh, a heck of a move. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll run with Cook. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Here's Ajayi. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 47 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Extra point safely through. And it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And he's got Gresham. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. They'll look to throw now on first down. Being chased out left. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Samson Abukum able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Now let's go.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Julio Jones. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And the Steelers set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
This is a Giant. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Hurry up, here
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw here. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. They'll run it now out of the gun. Shifts past him at the 45. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Steps away to his left. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
No, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And down inside the 15 he goes. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And his kick is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And the Browns getting set to go. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now back to throw. This complete left side to Aguilar. Boom! Still fighting through tackles. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a row each time you snap the ball.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Back to throw here. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jay Ajayi with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Got you now, Barney!
That one looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A give. This is Cook. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. And some room to work. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Browns, the win.